We are back. Yes. Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, is directed by Rian Johnson and stars a bunch of people and Jedis and bad guys. And this is the 8th film in the Star Wars saga and the 9th live action Star Wars film since we count Rogue One. It's been 40 years since A New Hope. It's been 12 years since Revenge of the Sith, 2 years since The Force Awakens, and a year since Rogue One. And basically in The Force Awakens, which hopefully you've seen, in the end of The Force Awakens, Rey gives the lightsaber hands over the lightsaber to Luke in the end of The Force Awakens, and that leads on to The Last Jedi. And so guys, keep in mind, this is going to be a completely spoiler-free review. You don't have to skip this, guys. You're free to watch this. I will do a spoiler review, but first, hopefully you've seen this. Anyways, guys, so I saw this movie 2 nights ago, and I loved it. What a Star Wars movie I just watched. First of all, let's get into the characters. Daisy Ridley is terrific once again as Rey. John Boyega, who we'll get into in a little while, in a minute. Guys, I'm just gonna say this. Mark Hamill was darn good as Luke Skywalker. I've never seen him play a spectacular role. He was incredible in this movie as Luke Skywalker. This is by far the best. This is my favourite on-screen Luke Skywalker. He killed it as Luke Skywalker. Mark Hamill, applause to you. Poe Dameron, played by Oscar Isaac, is great as well. It's good to see him more times. BB-8 is back once again, along with C-3PO and R2-D2, and along with the one and only Carrie Fisher, who unfortunately passed away last year, which was very sad to hear, but she pulled it off very well. She had more screen time to do. She was originally going to have more screen time in Episode 9, like Han Solo Episode 7, Luke Skywalker Episode 8, then Princess Leia Episode 9, but unfortunately Carrie Fisher passed away. That's from what I'm aware of, what happened recently. But now she's passed away almost a year ago. And applause to you. We all miss you, Carrie Fisher. Oh, and Adam Driver is fantastic as Kylo Ren as well, once again. And Stoke, the new the new Emperor guy, who we'll get into in my spoiler review, hopefully, played by Andy Serkis, who I thought was slightly better than the last time. Yep. Forget my cold, guys. I've been having it recently. Thankfully, I didn't get my What I Love About Star Wars video. If you haven't checked that out, guys, check it out. Guys, I loved The Last Jedi. I had such a brilliant time with this film. The crowd and everything was spectacular. What else? Because video editor's now gone, guys, I a much harder time to think. Okay, so I said all the actors are great. The action is fantastic as well, and the Jedi fight, which we'll get into the spoiler review, was fantastic as well. We'll talk about that. And the score by John Williams, never forget. I'm just kidding, guys. I still like the Force Awakens score, guys. Don't get me wrong. But I feel, but that was like on the level of the prequel trilogy, because he didn't have enough time on that soundtrack. But in the Last Jedi soundtrack, he improved it. There are some similar themes from the Force Awakens, but he's adds some extra, which is awesome. And guys, what can I tell you? Those porgs. Those fucking porgs. Wow. Who saw that coming in that trailer, which we got recently? Wow. What a cute bunch of animals. Now, let's move on ahead to the negatives. Because it's what happens, guys. Movies all have negatives. What movies do these days? Now look, I really enjoyed John Boyega's Finn character. It was great to see him back. But there's him and this other character, Rose, scene, which goes really long. And plus, this is the longest Star Wars film. Out of all the Star Wars films, this is the longest, 2 hours and 32 minutes. Now, it's paced very well, guys, don't get me wrong, but that one scene with John Boyega's character, Finn, and Rose was just kind of out of place. That's really, I think that's the only flaw I have with The Last Jedi. Guys, this is only a quick review. And guys, after my spoiler review, hopefully I should rank all the Star Wars films from worst to best, so you guys can see where it ranks along with other films. Because I'm not telling you what I compare this to any of those other Star Wars movies, The Last Jedi, or any of the other Star Wars movies. I'm not comparing them, especially The Force Awakens, which we'll get into my ranking. I might mention it in the spoiler review. But if you really want to watch the ranking before my spoiler review for The Last Jedi, fair enough. But overall, guys, Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, is a blast in the movie theatre. From opening to the middle to the close. What a film, guys. And this is definitely, without question, one of the best films of the year. It could be the best, but again, I am not comparing this to any of the other movies that came out this year. You'll have to see as well. But this is definitely up there in my top 3. And just everything about it. Mark Hamill was darn good as Luke Skywalker. Applause to you, Mark Hamill. As well as Daisy Ridley as Rey. Poe Dameron, BB-8. Adam Driver's Kylo Ren. And other characters as well in this movie, which were all great, despite that scene with Finn and Rose, which was kind of out of place. But there's a lot of people who were complaining that this would be a rip-off of The Empire Strikes Back, which was the big which is the big thing that people hated about The Force Awakens, because it was too similar to A New Hope. But this movie, guys, The Last Jedi, no, it's not. It really is not. It is a completely different Star Wars movie. You'll watch it and you'll see, because I know some of you haven't seen it. But as for rating scale, guys, despite its flaw that I mentioned recently, I am still giving Star Wars Episode 8 The Last Jedi, well, a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this movie, guys. I cannot wait to see it again. On Monday, I am seeing it with my school to see what everybody in my school thinks of it. Good company. Alrighty guys, that was my review on Star Wars The Last Jedi. My spoiler-free review. No spoilers in the comments, please. Because we don't want to ruin it for other people. Alright guys, so comment down below, let me know what are your thoughts on Star Wars The Last Jedi. Let me know below. Don't worry about ranking this movie until my ranking video, which I am going to do. So comment down below, let me know what was your favourite thing about this movie without spoiling it. Let me know below. As always, comment, like and subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Letterboxd. And make sure you subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell before you leave so you can catch up with my channel. And as always, until my next video, I will see you guys next time, and peace.